Sri Ganesha Sharada Gurubhyo Namaha Ramaya Ramabhadraya Ramachandraya Vedase Raghunathaya Nathaya Sitaya Patage Namaha. Welcome to all for this session on Ramayana, chapter 4 of Ayodhya Kanda. In the previous chapters, we are seeing the preparations are going on for the coronation of Rama as a regent and the future king of Ayodhya. The citizens, having deported the king, again consulted his ministers, saying to them, tomorrow the Patriarch star is in the ascendant. I decree, therefore, that the lotus eyed Rama shall then be installed as my successor. Dismissing his counselors, the king, entering the inner apartment, commanded Sumantra to bring Rama to him once more. In obedience to the command of his royal master, Sumantra repaired to the palace of Rama to bring him there. Rama, hearing the doorkeeper announce the second visit of the minister, became anxious and sending for him with all haste, inquired of him the purpose of his coming. Sumantra answered, saying, the king desired to see you. Sri Rama thereupon hastily repaired to the palace of his royal parent. King Dasharatha, retiring to the private apartment, issued instructions that Rama should be brought there. Prince, entering his father's palace, bowed low with joined palms for a distance and contemplated his father. The king, raising him up, embraced him and giving him a seat again, addressed him, O prince, I have now grown old and have ruled long, enjoying all the pleasures of the heart. I have also performed hundreds of sacrifices and distributed great quantities of food and lavish gifts as alms to the Brahmins. O great one, such as you are is the fruit of much charity and study of the Veda. O most excellent one, what I desire to give in charity I have already given. I have studied the Veda and offered up many sacrifices. My desire for pleasure is past. I have discharged every obligation to the gods, the sages, my ancestors, and the learned Brahmins. Nothing remains to be accomplished by me but your installation. O my son, hear to me. It is the will of my people that you become their sovereign. I shall therefore install you as my successor. Nevertheless, O Rama, powerful dreams have visited me at night, attended by the roar of thunder and the falling of meteors, signs betokening opposition. O Rama, the star of my birth is surrounded by the sun, Surya, Mars, Mangala, and Rahu. Those versed in divination speak of it as of evil augury. But, O friends, either the death of a king or the visitation of some grave calamity. O Prince of Raghu, I desire to see you crowned before my senses fail. Verily, the mind of man is inconstant. Today, the astrologers announce that Punarvasu is in the ascendant. Tomorrow, it will be the Pushya star, auspicious to your coronation. I desire you, therefore, to be proclaimed regent tomorrow. Do you do yourself from now on fast with your spouse, passing the night on a bed of tufa grass with a stone for your pillow. It is the duty of the friends surrounded you to guard you. It's a customary someone who will going to be appointed as a future king, because the life of a king is not a bed of roses. So, in order to remind him, on that night before his coronation, he is supposed to sleep on the bed of grass and with stone as his pillow. In such undertakings, many obstructions arise. Prince Bharata is in the city of his grandfather. It is my will that you shall be installed in his absence. Whether Dasharatha was feared that Bharata would be a competitor to Rama, we do not know. As a king, he thinks about from all the angles. Because if you remember, back when Rama's marriage was going on, Yadhajitu, the prince of Kekaya, he came all the way down to Ayodhya and then to the Mithila in order to fetch Bharata. So that shows the support that the Bharata is getting from Kekaya. And Kaikeyi being so beautiful, she is also much dearer to Dasharatha. Because of those reasons, Bharata's standpoint is also strong. Personally, Bharata may not be having any interest in the coronation, which we will see later in this same section. Yet, as a king, he thinks from all the angles to ensure that the desire of the people should be upheld. People desire to have Rama as their king and should be encouraged, but should be upheld rather than the decisions of the kith and the kin who only fight for the sake of power, only to enjoy the power. And if you observe here throughout 3 years, he has still not consulted his own wives. He had not even informed them, not even informed to Kausalya, because even Kausalya came to know about it through somebody else. He had only consented his counselors, ministers, his people, because they are the one who will get affected by their future region. So their opinion stands taller than anybody else. And to ensure the same thing, and to avoid any kind of power struggle, Dasharatha carefully had sent Bharata away to the Kekaya. Your brother Bharata is really virtuous, compassionate, master of his senses, and obedient to you. Yet O Prince, I know the mind of man to be fickle. Even the mind of a righteous and devout man may be subject to inconstancy. Tomorrow your coronation shall take place. Therefore, now return to your abode. Because we see that same thing in a couple of chapters later. Kaikeyi, who happens to be having an equally great love towards Rama, was actually misguided by Manthara, and in turn she demanded Rama to go on exile, and that toppled all the plan made by Dasharatha. King Dasharatha, having thus spoken, Sri Rama left for his palace, entering his own abode, anxious to appoint Janaki with the king's proposal, and not finding the princess in her own apartment. Rama repaired to the palace of his mother, where he beheld Queen Kaushalya seated in the temple, observing the vow of silence and praying for her son's welfare. Appointed with the sovereign's decree, Sri Lakshmana and Sita were already in the palace of the chief queen, and also having been summoned there was sitting at her side. Queen Kaushalya, attended by Queen Sumitra, Lakshmana, and Sita, having heard that Sri Rama would be installed when the Pushya star was in ascendant, was meditating on Narayana. Closed eyes and controlled breathing, it's also called as pranayama. Sri Rama, approaching his mother, paid reverence to her and joyfully exclaimed, O mother, my father has commanded me to serve the people, and tomorrow I am going to take up the burden of government. Sri Vasista, my preceptor, and other sages have ordained that the Princess Sita should this night fast along with me. At dawn, the princess Sita and I will carry out those prayers and rites proper to the occasion. Queen Kaushalya, long desirous of this event, with tears of joy flowing from her eyes, answered, O my beloved son Rama, may you live long and may all your enemies perish. Acquiring the throne, may you bring joy to your friends, relatives, and also to Queen Sumitra. O child, surely you were born under the auspicious star, since you have won favor with your royal father by your excellent attributes. Purpose of my devotion and austerity undertaken to please the lotus eyed Narayana has been fulfilled today, in as much as you are about to obtain the kingdom of the dynasty of Raghu. Sri Rama, listening to his mother's words, smilingly addressed Sri Lakshmana, he who ever paid honor to his father, and said, O Lakshmana, share with me the government of the kingdom. You are my second self. The dominion is equal to you, equally yours. O brother, I desire life and the kingdom for your sake. Thereafter, Sri Rama, bowing to the two queens with their permission, withdrew with Sita to his own apartment. Thus ended chapter 4 of Ayodhya Kanda in Ramayana. In this chapter, we have seen Rama being once again summoned by Dasharatha, telling him the words from his heart and expressing that in all due care for the sake of people to implement the decision of people, his coronation should happen immediately the very next day before any power struggle happen, which is usual whenever the coronation ceremony is nearby. Namaste Sharada Devi Kashmir Puravasini Swamaham Prarthe Nityam Vidya Danancha Dehime. Bye.